Hey everybody and welcome. This video is going to be on the different types of warrants that are out there, and I'm making this video because on Sharon's arrest video and I believe one other, a few of the Moors are saying it's unlawful. There was no search warrant presented. Now, as you guys know, I have been completely transparent. I do have a criminal record, so I do have some insight on how some of these work. And as you can see here, I am going to be using the different types of warrants that are out there by an actual law firm. Now, what kind of different types of warrants are there? Well, what are exactly warrants? I'll just start with that one, because then it goes into the different types. Warrants are court orders that allow law enforcement officers to perform specific actions such as an arrest a suspect of a crime or search a person's property. There are several types of warrants that you should know about in the event that you're ever being investigated for a crime. Now, the first one is a search warrant. Now, give me a second here. So, search warrant. Fourth Amendment of the U.S. Constitution protects individuals from unlawful searches and seizures. Due to this amendment, the law enforcement officers are required to obtain a search warrant from the court prior to conducting the search of someone's property. The only way a law enforcement officer can conduct a search without a warrant is if the property owner consents to a search, or there are other circumstances such as threat of immediate danger. So basically, if, say, the cops came and wanted to search the home and the person answered the door, or the owner says, yeah, go ahead, they don't need a warrant. A search warrant will only be issued if there's probable cause and there is criminal activity or evidence of a crime at a specific location. The warrant will contain detailed information on where the law enforcement officers are permitted to search, and the officer must only search locations that have been pre-approved. For instance, if the warrant was issued allows officers to, say, search a cell phone, he cannot also search the computer without. So the search warrant will be basically very specific. Now, if something like this were to happen, and say they wanted to go after all the more, say, hypothetically, the consulate, they would have to, and search for something specific, then they would get a search warrant. And I can tell you right now, guys, it's probably going to, the amount of officers that are going to show up are probably going to be more than 3. You're probably looking at least a minimum of 5. But more like probably around 10. I've not experienced, a search warrant, but best guess, guys. An arrest warrant. An arrest warrant gives law enforcement the authority to arrest one or more persons. In order to get this warrant, law enforcement officers must prepare in writing affidavit that includes information on why they believe the person named in the warrant has committed a crime. The judge will review this affidavit and issue the warrant if he agrees that the evidence is strong enough to authorize the arrest. Once the warrant has been issued, law enforcement are allowed to arrest the individuals listed in the warrant at any time. So basically, say you're a suspect in a case, but then they'll go, to the warrant and say, hey, this is the evidence. We believe that, we believe this person did the crime. They're just going to say, okay, yes, you have it, or no, get more evidence. Haven't experienced this one, but that's the gist of it. Now, bench warrant. Now, bench warrant is pretty much straightforward. You've pretty much already been arrested. You've been in court. You've at least been booked into jail. But guess what? Let's say you don't show up to court. Then, yes, the judge would say, okay, well, this person isn't here. I'm issuing a bench warrant for that person's arrest. But the legal definition is bench warrants are those that are issued after someone fails to appear in court. If the type of warrant is issued, the law enforcement officers the power to find the individual listed in the warrant and force them to appear in court. An individual may then have to face contempt of court charges for missing the scheduled court date. If you've been charged with crime or under investigation for committing crimes, seek legal representation right away. Blah. It's their little advertisement. But more specifically, guys, this one right here. So basically, if you fail to show up to court, and it could be traffic court, criminal court, they can issue you a bench warrant. And they basically can keep you until that court date and make sure you show up to court. Now, people are saying, you know, or at least the Moors, that Sharon did not, you know, it was a search warrant. It wasn't anything else. Well, should we go find out? I think we should. Alright, guys. Sorry for that. I had a phone call I couldn't ignore. Now, this is Sharon's court docket. I wonder what warrant she would have fallen under. Let's see here. Well, as you can see, this is page 1 of 7. And on the first page, it pretty much gives you a hint. Bench warrant. And the date and time that she had the bench warrant hearing. So, kind of gives it away right there. But, let's say the Moors are still not convinced. Let's go down. We got our charges. Charges again. And again. Information filed. And on the very last page. Again. Bench warrant. I wonder. Now let's say they're still not convinced. Why don't we go back to the video of her being arrested? Okay. Well, I'll be right back, guys.
What are you here for?
Are you Sharon Gale?
I'm Sharon Tracy Gale Bay, Moorish American National, impropria persona, sui juris, impropria solo, impropria horatus at all times and at all points in time. I do not agree to anything in everything.
All right.
I am a Moorish American National.
Okay.
I am a Moorish American National. I'm outside the jurisdiction of any of you, and each and every one of you. No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
I am absolutely not.
Yes, you are.
Absolutely not. No, I am not a ma'am. I'm Sharon Tracy Gale Bay, Moorish American National. Sharon Tracy Gale Bay, Moorish American National. Sharon Tracy.
Okay, guys. So as you can see in the video, the cops asked if she was Tracy Gale. And from my own experience, because I have missed court before, they knew exactly what they were there for. And the cops knew exactly who they were looking for. And they knew exactly who she looked like. Now, to all the other Moors saying there was an illegal search warrant, that is not a search warrant. From my understanding of a search warrant is if they didn't know who she was, they would have pretty much detained everybody there until they knew exactly who was who. Now, did that happen? No. They went pretty much straight for her, asked if she was Tracy Gale. She admitted that she was Tracy Gale or Tracy Gale Bay, and was placed under arrest. So again, guys, and to all you Moors, there was no search warrant. It was a bench warrant. They knew exactly who they were going after, and she got arrested simply because she did not show up to court, which bench warrant then was issued. So I really hope this clears up any confusion for you guys, or anybody else who comments from the arrest video or on this one saying, oh no, it was a search warrant. Nope, it clearly was not. So if you guys still want to disagree, please leave a comment whether you agree or disagree, because I'm pretty much sure I proved my case at this point. And I'll see you guys on the next one.